Hi guys, it's Nicole, aka aorticinkwell, and I thought I would make a YouTube video about my art inspiration. Like all the art, some of the artists that have inspired me growing up has had a huge influence on my art. And I thought it would be only fitting if I talked about Yoshitaka Amano first. Yoshitaka Amano has like a very special place, you know, in my heart for art-wise. Because, I mean, he's had such a huge field of work. Just, like, everything that he's done from, like, Vampire Hunter D to Final Fantasy, and, like, there's tons of others that I can reference, but I'm gonna focus on D right now. Because this piece in particular is one that I've seen, I think it was the first one that I've seen, because it was on the cover of the streamlined version of the VHS for Vampire Hunter D that came out. And that came around, I think I first saw it back in the mid-90s. It was around when Sailor Moon had just been released in the States, and then I became obsessed with, you know, anime and everything like that, like Robotech and Tenchi Muyo, the Slayers. But also, like the Vampire Hunter D had come out at like a 3 AM spot with Robot Carnival on TBS. And ever since then, I've been obsessed. I've been obsessed with the D. Anyway, so this was like this was the first piece that I'd seen of Yoshitaka Amano, and I've been obsessed with his work ever since. And there's another piece in here. I have like the Coffin book that was released a while back. I was finally able to get. It made me extremely happy. But this piece here, I used to have a poster for it, and I probably still do. It's probably in storage somewhere, but I used to have it on my wall. And it just always gave me, like, inspiration to draw it. And it was actually when I played Dungeons and Dragons in high school. My friends got me into it, and I drew one of my characters' portraits in the style similar to this portrait here of D, and basically I learned how to draw by imitating him. And I mean, that's how you learn, you know, by referencing and imitating, but I feel like I've learned to develop my own style since then, especially after, you know, immersing myself in different styles of art and different cultures, everything. Like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm not good with talking in general, you know, so forming discussions about my art and influences, things that are like deeply personal to me, are kind of really hard to explain. So I'm gonna do like the best that I can, hopefully. And hopefully you guys will follow along. I mean, yeah. But cue nervous laughter. But again, like this piece in particular, as well as the other one, held very high significance to me, because even with like the hair, you can tell in some of my more recent pieces, it looks kind of similar. I don't want to say like it's extremely similar, but just the way that he stylizes and everything, it's really helped me a lot. Not sure how to explain it, but it's like I'm taking a sum of like everyone else's work and analyzing it, whatnot, and you know, you create something of your own from all of these inspirations, you know, all these things. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm gonna move on to the next book, because I have a few books lined up just to talk about some of my inspirations. But yes, but in the end, Yoshitaka Amano was first. He's one of my biggest inspirations, and I never get tired of seeing his work. And like all the artists that I'm gonna talk about in the video, like if I had ever met them in real life, I would probably have a heart attack and die. So I'll put this one back. And of course, I'm sure a lot of my friends and family will recognize that I am very much in love with Alphonse Mucha. He's one of my favorites. A lot of the general Art Nouveau style has been derivative of his work, and I mean, there's a few pieces in here that you'll immediately recognize, and some of them, like these ones. Like, I love these pieces. I love his compositions and the style and the framework and everything, but, you know, I don't know, it's like a personal opinion of mine, but I'm probably gonna get, like, some hate for it and whatnot. But, like, these pieces in particular, I've seen done to death in a lot of people's work. A lot of people that think Art Nouveau, they immediately think Mucha. And I love Mucha, and I love his style and everything, but people do it to death, and I get really tired of it. It's like, there's more to Art Nouveau than just little circles inside the crescent moon, and then flowers everywhere. Art Nouveau is organic, you know, it's nature, it's, you know, it's, how do you explain it? You're inspired by nature and everything, but, I don't know, just, in the end, this template has been done to death by a different artist, and it gets kind of on my nerves. It's like my one huge pet peeve when people do Art Nouveau work. And it's like, guys, you can do Art Nouveau, but you don't have to rip off Mucha every time. So yeah, I got that off my chest. Like this piece, I used to have this piece on a t-shirt for like the longest time until I was in a car crash and I got all messed up. But just like the detailing in the clothing and the flowers is something that has been referenced a lot in the work that I do, and I think it's a credit to, you know, Mucha in general. Like, I don't know, I can get lost in his work, you know, just looking at it. Just the models are beautifully rendered and everything. It makes me, just makes me want to die every time I look at it because it's so beautiful. These ones too, like, oh my god. If I can draw with this type of precision and cleanliness someday, I would be satisfied, but I'm still trying. Right now I'm just showing everyone like what has inspired me, and Art Nouveau has a huge impact on my drawing style, especially since the comic that I'm going to be working on in the future has a very nature oriented feel. So this is one of my personal favorites too. Is Hamlet. Just think it's really pretty. And of course, you know, the seasons. But enough about Mucha, because I can go on all day about how much I love Mucha. I actually found this Epic magazine a little while ago, like I think last year, but I think I'd seen a lot of Berry Windsor-Smith's work a lot, you know, as a kid, but I don't think I really got to appreciate it up until now, because I hadn't seen a whole lot of it. So this one in particular, like this issue was pretty great, and like this is like goals right here for me. Like, this is beautiful to me. Especially this here. It's like I was reading this, and I was instantly, like, blown away by it. By the color, you know, the anatomy and everything. And I think it's like, I don't know how to say. It's something that I would like to bring into my own work, because I want to bring this kind of level of detail. I know it's going to probably take me forever and everything, but I just really admire the detail in it, and the colors, and like just the composition. I mean, look at that. Oh my god, it's just so beautiful. Just the wings and everything. I don't know, this story made me really sad. Yeah. I got to see some of his work when I was at Comic-Con last year. They had a gallery like set up with a bunch of different pieces. I think I stared at it for a half hour, just this one piece in particular. And I thought the guy was gonna like kick me out for being creepy and staring at it for so long. I really just wanted to ask questions about it, and I don't think I ever got around to it because I've just been so enamored with it. Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure that the guy thought I was, you know, being a creep and just staying there staring. Whatever. That's pretty fucking shit, man. Just leave me alone. Fucking Conan, man. Conan is actually... I fucking love Conan. But especially, where is it? Ah, here we go. Hopefully you can see very well on this thing, but my sister gave me this issue. I have misplaced it and I'm not sure where it is in my bookshelf, but I also have it, and this volume we got like a long time ago. But John Buscema's work and this one is like ink and goals for me. Like, I just love the way that he draws women. Like, yeah. I just think it's like really amazing. Like, it took me I mean, of course I loved this work when I was a kid, but you know, I truly appreciate it when I'm older, you know. And I have, of course, when I'm younger, I don't understand half of the things that's going on, so I just want to look at the pretty art. And of course, the pretty art, of course, has a huge impact. But like, oh my god, it's just so pretty. I just want to be really good at anatomy right here, like he is. Which makes me feel a little inferior about my own art skills at the moment. I'm gonna put this away. So I'm gonna bring out two pieces, like two books here, because of course I can't go one video and then not, I can't make an art inspired video and not talk about P. Craig Russell. I cry every time that I see his art. I have some of the art books. I have 2 copies of this one because every time I find it, I buy it. Even when I'm broke as fuck, it's like I have to have it because it's just so pretty and amazing. Every time I see anything of his Ulrich related, I have to snatch it up. I read Ulrich when I was in high school, and everyone else was reading like Harry Potter and all that stuff. But I was into Ulrich, and Ulrich was dark as fuck when I was in high school, and everyone's like, oh, wizards and blood, blah blah blah, Harry Potter. And I'm like, blood and souls for my Lord Ariok! And whatnot. But, yeah, I think I'll start with this one for a moment. Because just the cover itself is, like, amazing. Because no one does anything like this, to my knowledge, anymore. Like, just this. And, like, I love his work, but I'm more in love with his older stuff from the 70s and 80s. 80s especially, because I think this was 1980. 1982. But, these are pretty great. I think Peter Russell is one of the artists that I look up to the most as far as comics go. A friend of mine had got me the DVDs for his storytelling a while back, and I'm still just blown away from him explaining the structure, his storytelling techniques, like everything, like just how he sets up all his panels. You know, I still feel like he's very underappreciated, and I wish I could talk to more people about him. I know who he is, but you know, he's one of the people, if I had ever met in real life, I'd probably cry and then have a heart attack and die afterwards. But his work is just, especially on, I mean, Elric holds a very special place to me because I read the books when I was that young, but seeing his art kind of solidified the idea that I had, like the images in my head for it, especially with his, like, I love the way that he poses his characters. They're all like very dramatic and theatrical, which makes sense because he has made comics based off of operas and plays and whatnot. Yeah, that paper cut. But yeah, like, this is amazing. But this one, there's like a couple pages in this one especially that make me very happy. Let's see. I think especially the front page, like the beginning. Like this right here. It's just, the detail is what inspired me a lot when I was younger. I used to cram like a whole ton of detail and tiny imagery things, and when I was in high school I drew a lot of things in black and white. I could use Sharpies. What was I thinking back then? But I would do a lot of things almost like this, with little details and everything just like scattered throughout it. I don't do a whole lot of it anymore. Like, it's kind of like they call it, what, Zen drawing now? I was doing Zen drawing before they called it Zen drawing. In any case, here's one of my other favorite pages from this book that I keep looking back to. Like, just the way that it's set up right here with her dreaming. Or just dreaming. But, also, just, Raccoon here is just a fucking asshole. Look at this guy. Oh, here it is. It's coming up. Where are you? Ah, next page over. Yeah, there it is. This scene right here always freaks me out every time I look at it. It's so fucking psychedelic. Still don't understand why the red hair, but whatever. He gets a pass because he's awesome at art. Oops, there we go. Also this right here. You gotta love just the way that he inks. Just, the pose right here, especially. I love the way that he poses. I don't know why, but also because like these pale, sickly mage-type characters just, yes, give me more. So I can't get enough of Pete Russell's work. I can go on about him all day, and I'll probably cry myself to sleep thinking about it, and how good his work is, what influence it is, and like, okay, this one besides Yoshitaka Amano, Record of Lotus War has been there since the beginning. Since I first started learning how to draw, when I first watched Record of Lotus War, I was like freaking blown away by the art style and everything in it. The music, just everything. The animation, like, I think at one point I tried to force my parents to watch it, and of course they fell asleep on me. Typical. Happens every time. But yeah, Lotus War is like one of the biggest reasons why I'm into art right now. Like, of course, I grew up watching Willow and Labyrinth and The Dark Crystal. These are all movies that my mom raised me on and everything. So this is her fault that I'm into things like this. So she has no one else to blame but herself. Especially when I was younger. Because of Lotus War, I drew a lot of elves when I was a kid. And to this day, my mom will not let me live it down. She's like, oh, it's those long-eared people again. Why are you drawing those long-eared people? Ugh, God, is that comic going to be about your long-eared people? I'm like, yes, Mom. Someday I will become famous because of those long-eared people. And there's nothing you can say or do that will make me stop. So, in any case, I just wanted to do... there it is. Just the character designs itself are great. There we go. I'm trying to move this thing onto the screen because I can't see my phone right now. But, this guy here, my boy Ato! I have one friend, Sarah, who will appreciate the Ato shout out. And Parn and D-Lid, but I think I had a character where I just like ripped off the design of several of these characters because I didn't know what I was doing back then. Slay, Kim, Chuck. And who didn't have a crush on fucking Ashram when I was a kid? This guy can go screw. King Cashew. And like, okay, so Carla, Literary Witch, was, oh god, I was so entranced by her when I was a kid. I wanted, just like her design and everything was amazing. There's Pyrotas. Okay, where is that? Okay, here we go. Like, the animation style for Record of Lotus War was, I don't know, it was just like so mesmerizing. I hadn't seen anything with that level of detail up to that point. I mean, I was watching like Sailor Moon and Robotech and everything up to that point, but I hadn't seen anything like Lotus. And just the Nibiru Yuki, that's his name, yeah. God, I wish I had more of his stuff. I know there's like a few books out there floating around eBay right now, but they're hella expensive. I would love to be able to get some of those books so I can, like, I don't know, just stare more at his drawings. Just the line work and everything. I mean, like, Ito. This, like, even the scene with Beadlet and she's thanking the spirits. God, it was like, that whole series just entranced me as a kid. I was so fixated by the style and the animation and the music. To me, like, to this day, I don't think there's another anime that has really compared for me. Like, I love Studio Ghibli. They do a fantastic job, and I love their style, and I can probably make another entire video about that. But, Record of Lotus War, to me, is, like, the perfect anime. To me, at least. To me. Oh, poor Build. I didn't notice that one. He's got, like, blood all over. Poor guy. God, just want, like, I just want his books just so I can just admire the style. His line work and everything. It's just so beautiful. Makes me want to cry. Oh, Sherris Norson. There's more work in here. It's just like amazing. Like, I want. Hey, look, it's the Dark Elf. You guys didn't know I'm obsessed with Dark Elves. Like, everyone gets all my shit about loving Thor too, but I'm like, motherfucking Dark Elves. That horse's legs are fucking long. It's all leg. What a cute horse. But in any case, like, the style for Lotus War has greatly influenced the type of work that I want to be putting out, you know, for my future comic. I think just my friends know about the comic that I'm working on. I don't post a whole lot for it. I have a bunch of little sketches that I post on, you know, like Instagram and Facebook and everything, but I haven't posted really any of my deeper stuff. But, yeah, this Lotus War is one of my favorite things ever. It's been a huge inspiration growing up. I feel like I've rambled on for enough because I'm still kind of not used to vlogging, quote unquote, these things. But hopefully as I continue to do this, I'll probably try to get better at it. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, some of my inspirations. Like all the artists that I've shown just now are reasons why I'm drawing today. And I don't want to give up. Like, I've thought a lot about, you know, where I am in life, and a lot of times, like, I've thought about giving up, but art is not something that I want to give up. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's a huge part of who I am as a person, and sometimes I feel like there's not much else to me but art. Like, I know it's a pretty shitty thing to say, you know, but I'm a self-depreciating person. But yeah. If I could do anything, like, in my life, it would be just to continue working on improving my work. And that's it, you know? I want to be able to share my work with other people, but mainly I just want to be happy with it. And if other people like what I do, then, you know, that's a bonus. I think it's a bonus. So I don't know what to talk about, like, right now. I'll probably go back to cleaning up, putting all my books back, and try to figure out what piece that I kind of want to do next. And if anyone has, like, any suggestions for what they would like to see in future videos, or, you know, if they want me to talk about art processes and, you know, tools, whatnot, just let me know. I'm gonna try to keep doing these videos to, you know, to get used to it. You know, like I said before, I'm not used to talking. Yeah, I'm not used to talking at all. So, making these videos has helped me to open up, and hopefully, hopefully more people will stay tuned, and we'll look forward to what I have to talk about next. 'Cause I don't know what to talk about. So you guys just let me know. Alright? See you guys later.